Hello, Habs fans. Welcome back to this episode of the Habs Fan Forum. I'm your host, Ben Dankey, and of course, here at the Habs Fan Forum, this is where us fans get to have our voices heard. And today we're going to be talking about Carey Price, playoff Price. Wow, what a 2021 playoffs run by Carey Price. It was unbelievable from start to finish watching this guy. We all know the greatness of Price in terms of how he can turn it on, in terms of how he can play in the playoffs, but I don't think I've ever seen a Carey Price this dialed in. He knew this run was important, and he carried this team all the way to the Stanley Cup final and even through the final. I know they couldn't get over the final hump for him, but it was not due to Carey Price, I'll tell you that. Before we get into it, as you know, Habs Fan Forum is a proud part of Rocket Sports Media, proudly affiliated with the Hockey Podcast Network and sponsored by DraftKings. Right now, you can go to DraftKings and go to the free-to-play NBA section, where during the rest of this NBA playoffs run, you can actually win up to $25,000 free with the promo code THPN. Alright, so we know him as playoff Price. This guy, he raises his save percentage. He raises his game, his play. He has big moments. I think he has a career 919 save percentage in the playoffs, which is awesome. And notably, over the last 3 years, a 933, a 936, and this year a 924. But that 924 is a little strange. So one, you see it jump up from a 901 during the regular season to a 924 in the playoffs. That alone is huge. Just seeing that elevation of play is so exciting. It's what gives him that nickname, Playoff Price. But if you break it down even further, and you think about the 947 he had in the bubble against Pittsburgh last year, the 932 against the Leafs this year, the 941 against the Jets this year, and the 932 against the Knights. Carey Price carried this team all the way to the Stanley Cup final. So obviously, the Stanley Cup final brought his save percentage a little bit down to 924, which is still amazing. But trust me when I tell you that is a factor of the Tampa Bay Lightning, not Carey Price. So let's talk about how Carey Price really excelled in these playoffs. I'm not going to go too far into details into like some of the tactics and the goalie tangibles, such as like how he plays the puck and his rebound control, his exact positioning, and how he is as a goalie and his actual tactics, because that's a little bit more in depth. What I'm going to talk about is how he excelled to take this team to the next level. What are the 5 things that Carey Price gave this team that made this run possible? So the first thing you got to notice is holding down the fort early. Carey Price was able to make save after save after save and allow this team to carry either a lead or a tie into the first period so many times. In that run from when they actually turned it around against the Leafs to when they swept the Jets and even through the Knights series, Carey Price at one point it was 7-0 when they scored first, and I think it was something like 9-2 when scoring first. They had a ridiculous run. It was like 11-2, actually, I believe. When they were scoring first, they were virtually unbeatable because the Habs could deploy their system. So they needed Carey Price in that first period to lock down the net, and did he ever. Big save after big save was wild. The second part of it is that calmness in net. Keep the team calm. This Habs team knew how to play with a lead. Now, how could they play with a lead? Well, look who you have in net. Carey Price was able to give his team that confidence by being positionally sound, by knowing your goalie's always going to be there in the right position and is going to make the save they should make. That's huge for a team. Third up, shutting down the team's best. Oh, superstar against superstar. Carey Price thrives for these moments. I'm going to take you through a few stats. Series 1. How many goals did Matthews and Marner have combined? 1. You shut down superstars like that, it frustrates these top-heavy teams. Round 2, you got Connor, Ehlers, Wheeler, Pierre-Luc Dubois combined 1 goal. Round 3, you have Stone, Pacioretty, Marchessault, Carlson. These are all top NHL players in this league. High point per game, and some of them even higher than point per game. You have also in the first round, the Rocket Richard winner. How many goals in that Las Vegas top lines? 1 goal. Across those 3 units of top scoring players, 1 goal each? It's insane. Carey Price stared down those top key players and won those battles. Number 4, the Habs penalty kill. Something like a 935 going into that Lightning, and I still finished with a plus 900. I can't remember exactly what it was, but over 90% penalty kill. Yes, the Habs were deploying a good penalty kill, but that was a Carey Price special right there. At some point, I think he had like a 948 save percentage on the penalty kill, when the next best goalie was sitting at like a Grubauer was at like 888 or something like that. Like, you can talk about Vasilevsky and some of the underlying numbers there that are matching Price in terms of numbers, but against those big scoring changes and big moments, there's no goal I'd rather have than Price. And speaking of big moments, number 5, Unshakable in OT. I think they went 4-1, but once again, this speaks to that calmness. This speaks to holding down the fort early. It speaks to shutting down the penalty kill and their best players. All the first 4 points wrapped up in these big moments of overtime. Carey Price carried this team in overtime, and that was just one more reason how he excelled in this 2021 playoff. And you saw all these things in action. The big save on Marner with the blocker, the diving save with the stick on Spezza, sending Marchessault looking skyward as he one-timed that, and Carey Price got across somehow. Same thing with Martinez. And of course, the glove save on Mark Stone, which gives him the little Carey Price wink. It was wild, it was exciting, and Carey Price showed why he's one of the best goaltenders in the world and why he carried these Montreal Canadiens to the Stanley Cup final. Alright, that's it for this week's episode of the Habs Fan Forum. You have some comments, just comment down below. If you like the video, please like, share, tell your friends, subscribe, and you can follow all Habs for the best Montreal Canadiens coverage. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ben Dankey, and of course, woo! Go Habs, go!